Why did Kangana go from this to this in Queen? And how did the designers achieve this transformation? I'm going to tell you all the secrets behind the styling of Kangana's character in this movie. And wait till you find out the secret behind our favorite look from the movie. So watch till the end. Remember watching those movies where the protagonist undergoes a quick transformation and suddenly they are a completely different person, inside and out. Not just their clothes, but their body language and personality changes in a few minutes. Queen is a different kind of movie and does the exact opposite of that. And I absolutely love how Queen avoids this cliche. Unlike those hard-to-believe transformations, Rani's journey is more gradual and real, just like how our style evolves with time in real life. I'm going to show you how her style evolved from her time in Delhi to Paris to Amsterdam and then finally back in Delhi. So let's get into it and find out the hidden secrets in Queen's wardrobe. Let's begin with her initial wardrobe in Delhi. Queen is a movie about a young woman named Rani who goes on her honeymoon alone after her fiancé dumps her just before her wedding. Rani is a simple girl from Delhi raised in a protective middle-class family. She lives in the same part of Delhi as I do, which is why I relate to her character a lot. Shy and traditional Rani struggles with confidence, can't take decisions, and has no firm opinions. Basically, she has no control over her life. In the beginning, Rani's outfits are very traditional, reflecting her conservative upbringing, featuring traditional and modest clothes. She is seen in pastel salwar kameez and chudidars paired with chunky hand-knit sweaters and cardigans. Her hair is usually tied back in a choti or ponytail. It really reminds us of growing up in small-town India. A lot of us have grown up in small towns, including Kangana, the lead actress of the movie, and me. I have grown up in a small town in Haryana as well. She was given these ill-fitted and strange clothes on purpose. The idea was to make her look unfashionable. She thinks she's stylish, but she has no clue about fashion.
Vijay, Rani, are you serious? अच्छा नहीं है?
And we've all been there at some point in our life. It reminds me of my younger self back when I was a total fashion disaster but thought I was the coolest. Styling costumes doesn't always mean putting on expensive clothes on celebrities. That's the biggest myth. Sometimes the designers shop from local markets, buying the cheapest stuff, or even use old clothes. And it could mean bad fashion too, because the objective is to make the character more believable and real and add to the storyline, not just making them look good on screen. Rani's clothes, accessories, hair, and makeup have been used very smartly to add to the storyline. Let's have a look at some of her outfits. Her outfits are just bland kurtis and jeans with these old-fashioned cardigans. They just fall down straight on her body and do not show her curves. She wears a kurti with a sweater that was probably knit by her mother or an ill-fitted denim jacket. The color of her sweater is light brown because jaldi mela nahi dikhega. She wears typical half-sleeves kurti that she probably got from Lajpat Nagar or Sarojini Market. Very outdated and ill-fitted jeans with a bell bottom or a capri, and there's even flowers appliqued on the jeans. All of this, by the way, has been done on purpose by the designers. Some key fashion movements really stood out for me. One of these movements is her super dark mismatched lip liner. I've noticed so many people around me doing that. I'm not sure where this trend came from. Tell me in the comments if you do. But yes, it's such a minor detail that they noticed and actually used in the movie. Another one is when Rajkumar brushes the mehndi off the table at the cafe. They didn't just cut the scene and clean the table. Instead, they let it fall and Rajkumar used it to express a lot without saying anything. Him cleaning off the particles shows that he's embarrassed to be with her because he thinks she's not modern enough for him. And in this scene, her bag strap is knotted to make it shorter. The great Indian jugaad. In the same scene, notice that her nail paint does not go with her outfit. Because who has the time to change their nail paint every time to match the dress, right? And she's not fashionable enough to wear a neutral one that would go with anything. Chip nail paint. She's looking at her wedding dupatta the next day, thinking about the flashback after being stood up. The team has done an excellent job with continuity. Her friend wears a bandage one day and has an ointment on the next day as if it's almost healed. I'm not sure if she was really hurt or not. Also, Rani's mehendi fades away as she finds herself, symbolizing her getting rid of all those preconceived notions that have been put in her mind. Except this one scene where they might have forgotten the mehendi. I'm not sure. And then comes the turning point. After her breakup, Rani decides to go on her honeymoon alone. This is a huge step for her. The initial change in her attire happens when she leaves for Paris, when we see her first costume changes, still traditional but with small modern touches. These changes show that she's stepping out of her comfort zone. But the first major shift in her costume is seen when she starts hanging out with Vijaylaxmi. Vijaylaxmi, played beautifully by Lisa Hayden. I absolutely loved her in the movie. It is one of the best female friendships I've seen on screen. Tell me in the comments if you agree. Vijaylaxmi was a complete contrast to Rani's personality.
No, I thought he hurt you.
She is a single mother, independent, isn't afraid to make mistakes, and takes her own decisions. She is carefree, street smart, and hence becomes an inspiration for Rani, who has never been exposed to the world, so she learned none of it. I mean, she was always accompanied by her brother, even on a date. You know, जहाँ भी जाओ भाई को साथ लेके जाओ, भाई चाहे 6 साल का हो.
चिंटू को साथ ले जाती तो.
In her introduction scene, Vijaylaxmi is dressed in fuchsia boy shorts and a white muslin shirt that established her free spirit. Vijaylaxmi's style is more funky and edgy. She is seen wearing ripped denim shorts, does not care about her bra strap showing, or even going braless. Rani realizes that in spite of her being a good, obedient girl, following all the rules, things have still gone wrong.
तुम जिसका नाम लो उसकी हर बात मानी है मैंने.
And then there's Vijaylaxmi, who has broken all the rules, made mistakes, taken risks, and still is happy and her life's good. So she starts developing a bond with Vijaylaxmi and now has respect for girls like Vijaylaxmi, who she earlier used to judge. And we see Vijaylaxmi's personality rub off on Rani in terms of fashion as well. Rani's style gets a touch of more modern and fun without changing drastically. Now it's time for some key fashion movements that I personally liked. The first is when she opens her hair in the club, showing that she wants to break free from this life she has, where she does everything to make others happy. We all know how that feels, right? During the Hangama song, she rips off her knitted cardigan, twirls it in the air, and then stuffs back into her bag. Why? Because A, she's a good girl, responsible girl who's careful not to lose her sweater even when she's drunk or having a mental breakdown. So relatable. It also shows that she wants to break free from her old self but isn't ready for it yet. Notice that whenever she feels free, she wears her hair loose, symbolizing her breaking free from rules and following her heart. The next moment is when she wakes up the next day and we finally get to see the true I woke up like this look. Being a curly-haired girl myself, I can totally relate because that's how we curly girls wake up sometimes. And honestly, I had no clue how to manage my curls for the longest time, so I just kept them braided just like her. Another memorable scene is when they go shopping. Rani starts experimenting with Western fashion, trying on new styles. And why not? She is in the fashion capital of the world. Vijaylaxmi tries to put her style on Rani and it does not work. Rani is clearly uncomfortable.
विजय मुझ पे ये कपड़े सूट नहीं करते.
Imagine if you wore salwar kameez all your life and suddenly you switch to short, fitted clothes. You'll feel so awkward, right? And that's exactly how Rani felt in this scene. It's captured so well, unlike those typical makeover scenes where someone is transformed into a totally different person, so much so that you can hardly recognize them. Then the song Take Jaake comes on, and that's when we see her in Western clothes for the first time. But they're still fully covered. Notice how she still wears a cardigan, but this time a well-fitted one. More modern, but it's still a cardigan because that's her comfort zone, right? We cannot just snap out of it in a second. She's starting to embrace the new culture around her. And finally, we see them swapping each other's style at the railway station. Vijaylaxmi is wearing Rani's kurta and Rani is carrying her backpack. It symbolizes how they've left an impact on each other, and this friendship is going to last. As she travels in Amsterdam, she makes new friends, makes money, which in turn makes her more confident. And this is no less than a dream life for her. In one scene, she is seen wearing an Alice in Wonderland sweatshirt, which reflects this feeling. And now coming to the most iconic look from the movie, and I've been waiting to talk about this one, the Kinare outfit. This is a powerful moment of her transformation. The peach and ivory dress has a deeper neckline with lace and net details. The dress is lightweight, free-flowing, reflecting her newfound freedom. The lace and crochet enhances the simplicity and add femininity to the evolved Rani. Her hair, bag, footwear, all of these subtly reflect her transformation. Remember how she used to tightly cling on her tote bag? That probably had everything. But now she's running around on the streets of Amsterdam confidently, hands-free with a small sling bag, symbolizing that she's no longer carrying that burden. Her footwear is replaced by boots that make her look more empowered. If you notice, she is not wearing the watch that she had throughout the rest of the movie. It shows that she's not bound by anything anymore. Her hair is now open, which was earlier tied in a choti and tightly secured with hairpins. However, there is one last look you don't want to miss because that look completes her journey. In the end, she's back in India in a kurta, but this time it's more modern.
Made in India, pata hai?
She could not have come back in a Western dress. That would have killed the whole point. Like she has lost her identity instead of finding it. A kurta shows that she's still the same Delhi girl but has evolved as a person. It's not just her superficial appearance. She is back to her life, she wants it back, but this time she's going to take control of it. Her hair is again open and she's found her personal style and comfort. She goes ahead and rejects her fiancé without any bitterness, but with a hug and thanks him. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more and tell me in the comments which look you like the best from the movie.